Hello guys, welcome. Today I have a very special video. It's an intense debate and the way it ends is amazing. Let's jump straight into the video and watch.
You dropped out of college and your highest...
Community college.
Your Harper College experience, I apologize.
Barely was smart enough to make it through community college.
Okay, so...
Barely made it through high school,
your
too.
highest degree level is an honorary doctorate degree from Liberty University.
No, that's true. I do have an honorary PhD.
Yeah, so essentially, what are your qualifications for arguing that college is a scam, or really having any economical knowledge at all, when likely the vast majority of the students here know more than you about economics as a whole?
Okay, so... no, hold on. It's okay, guys. It's okay. Who's Milton Friedman?
Who's Milton Friedman? I have no idea, and it's not important to this conversation.
Who is Ludwig von Mises?
These are all probably economists, and they're the same
Who
thing.
is John Maynard Keynes?
Obviously I know who Keynes is.
Oh, obviously, yeah.
He's the most famous economist of all time.
You don't know Milton Friedman?
I mean, that's an economist.
Okay, how about Murray Rothbard?
That's another economist.
F.A. Hayek?
I don't know who that is.
Well, then you just came here and insulted my intelligence. You're right, I barely made it through community college because I was too busy, starting a national youth movement with hundreds of thousands of members.
Hey, hold on.
Employing hundreds of people, raising hundreds of millions of dollars,
yes,
having a top 10 most popular podcast,
sure,
and reaching tens of millions of people online every day.
Sure,
but hold on.
But you're also
what
calling all of your constituents idiots by saying they participate in a scam. Their shirt's right there.
I'm
College
calling
is a
the
scam.
institution a scam.
So then
I never insulted the intelligence. I just had 10 people come up and we had warm conversations. So you asked, what are my qualifications? I'm a job creator, entrepreneur, autodidact. Do you know what that word means?
Self-taught.
Yeah, self-taught. You should probably learn that word if you're going to come up and insult other people's intelligence.
Hey.
So autodidacticism is what Leonardo da Vinci was. You don't have to go to college to be wise. You don't have to go to college to be intelligent. I read 100 books a year. I visit over 150 colleges.
I'm not saying you're unintelligent. I'm just saying you lack qualifications.
Well, are you a New York Times bestseller?
Of course not. I'm in college.
Got it. So I'm just trying. What are my qualifications? I have published books, read lots of books, dialogued with a lot of people, and instead of asking what my qualifications are,
can
you name one thing I've ever
wrong.
said? Hold on. Name one thing I'm wrong about.
You literally just now incorrectly cited the difference between socialism and communism. While you yourself...
How so? What did I do?
How so? You claimed that Russia was socialist. Russia was never socialist.
The Soviet Union was socialist.
No, it was a communist nation. There is a significant difference between the two.
Why did Lenin say that socialism is the gateway to communism and he was self-described socialist in his private treatise and documents in the Russian Revolution?
Lenin was overtaken by Stalin.
Hold on a second. No, Lenin died, and then Stalin was his successor.
Yes.
But Lenin himself said, quote, that socialism is the introductory phase to communism. Did he not say that?
So then the vast majority of people, when they're referring to communist Russia, are referring to Stalin's rule over Russia. That was a communist rule that turned into a fascist rule later on.
Okay, so but what thinker was deified in Soviet Russia?
What thinker was deified?
Yes.
Marx.
Oh, and what book did Marx write?
Yes, he wrote Capital, and he also wrote the Communist Manifesto.
Who was his co-author?
Who was co-author?
Engels.
Yeah, Engels. Good. I'm glad college is really paying off for you.
Hey.
But it's okay. It's fine. He comes up here and insults my intelligence. What are your qualifications? Doesn't even know the co-author of the Communist Manifesto or Das Kapital. But no, let me just...
Does my lack of knowledge on that mean that I have no knowledge? Again, is that the same thing?
You came up here and insulted me, and you came up here guns a-blazing, man. And let me just ask, again, what did I say that was wrong? I said that under the generally agreed upon definition of communism and socialism, which are interchangeable terms, one is a more harsh degree of the other, is that the elimination of the family, the elimination of private property, and the deprivation of basic human rights such as right to speech, right to assembly, and right to worship. How is that not a good definition of communism or socialism?
That explains fascism better.
Well, but in the Communist Manifesto, Marx said, quote, we are here to destroy the nuclear family and eradicate the family because it was the original oppressive, tyrannical structure. He said religion is the opiate of the masses and that private property must be eradicated. I have just now documented all three of those with evidence back to original source documents. And then in practice, Russia did all those three things when they were the Soviet Union. So where am I wrong?
But then at the same time, if you claim that those are all negative things, then why do you practice certain things in the doctrines that you just stated?
Well, I'm not trying to take people's stuff away. I want people to have bigger families, and I want churches to remain open.
Yeah, but the thing is
So how
your
do I
main
practice?
no, but your biggest thing, your biggest point that everyone here is for is that you're a potential white supremacist. So
What evidence do you have that I'm a racist?
I was just literally watching a video of you talking about whiteness as a whole, talking about whiteness as a concept, okay? And you were trying to explain how white privilege doesn't exist.
Correct, it doesn't.
You are a white man. How do you know?
Because I have eyes.
Because you have eyes. That's
And
not
I
a
have
description.
reason. So what can a black person do that I can't do in America, or
What can a
vice
black
versa?
person do?
What can I
So,
do a black person can't do? I
Let's
should say.
think of some history right here. Let's go
No,
through the history of
no,
redlining.
I don't need a history. I don't need
Yes,
listen.
no,
you're talking about white
You do
privilege.
need a history lining. Clearly,
No,
you need a history
I know your
lesson.
talking points better than you do, and I've read all the literature that you have. I've probably forgotten more about the literature.
History affects the present day as well, and you know that's true. If you went to college, you would know.
Well, hold on a second, but let me.
So then why are you wearing the college of the scam shirt? Drop out.
Well, because you could.
So it's because you don't believe your own beliefs, and that's what I'm saying.
you can admit something's a scam and still get through it. That's why he's wearing it. Okay.
Then why?
You could feel like you're getting ripped off by an airline
But
and still
anyways,
want to get to
that's
New York.
not what we're talking
okay?
about anymore.
Like you're like, I'm getting ripped off by a $1,000 ticket, but you still get on the airplane. Like it doesn't make you a hypocrite. It means that the people are ripping you off, and a lot of you are getting ripped off. But no. So as far as white privilege, just without the history lesson of Jim Crow, segregation, imperialism, colonialism, slavery, all the stuff that I know that you're going to say, but just concretely in America today, what can a white person do that a black person can't do?
Black applicants to jobs are 50% less likely to get jobs if they have a black-sounding name.
That's not even close to being true. That's not even close to being true.
That is a literal.
In fact, it's the opposite.
I'm not going to argue your lived experience. I'm not going to. No.
See, now you have to listen to him under your rules because a black person is going to say you're wrong.
I am. He can say I'm wrong. I know.
Come on up to the mic.
I know. I read your.
My name's Keemon Dixon. I have a really black name. Please tell me how 50% of my internships have been denied when I've worked for Senator Mike Lee, Mayor Trent Sachs, Speaker Mike Schultz.
Hold on.
I worked for Congressman Burgess Owens. I've actually worked on his campaign. I've worked on the campaigns of John Huntsman Jr. Please tell me how my black experience and my black name has not given me shit. Go ahead.
So
you create a company that's like close to being a fascist, and then
Okay. How am I?
Sorry.
Let's go through this. How am I a fascist?
dude, like
Can you name one thing I believe that's fascist?
you believe that you on. But
I'm such a bad fascist. I let the people who disagree in open mic to talk to me for 2 hours uninterrupted.
Okay,
I'm an awful fascist. I'm more like a free speech liberal of the 1970s, not a fascist.
But I just want to say Turning Point USA is a evil company that was funded by thousands of fracking companies, and that
no, it's not thousands, but we do have some frackers that give us money. But
and then all it is making the rich more rich.
Fascism to fracking.
That's all it is. That's all it is.
Okay, again, I'm happy to have a debate. I can see you're getting kind of fired up.
I'm sorry.
So, but why are we evil? Like we're having a nice discussion.
Because
all of a sudden you're calling me like
because
a
it
fascist.
seems like you just want the rich get even more rich. Like
we haven't talked about the rich at all. I mean, so you don't even know my positions on this stuff at all. The wealthiest people, absent Elon Musk, are all on the left. Jeff Bezos, George Soros, Mark Benioff, Mark
Elon Musk
Zuckerberg,
on the
Laurene
left?
Powell Jobs. On the left, yes. Can you name one tech CEO outside of Elon Musk that is a conservative?
I personally think. Let me think. Peter Thiel.
Yeah, that's one. That's one. Larry Page, Google, on the left, worth $120 billion. Sergey Brin, Google, $130 billion on the left. Laurene Powell Jobs, Mackenzie Bezos, Jeff Bezos.
If they're on the left, what has they done that was like quote unquote to do the left stuff?
Well, okay, so Larry Page gives money to left-wing NGOs all the time.
Like if you're on the left, I don't think you will ever be this rich.
Well, they are. You know why? Because the left
they're not.
No,
because they're not.
The left is a scam. The left uses
How is this?
Let me tell you why. It's a good question, actually. The left uses people like you that think that, oh, we're going to fight the rich. Well, they protect their oligarchy. While you guys have to keep on working hard and never own anything, when we conservatives are the ones that actually want to restore the American middle class and bring jobs back to this country.
How would you restore?
Let me finish. The left uses people like you every day.
Who is funding? Dude, I have never seen a leftist
Again,
organization come to campus spreading their propagandas?
because the whole university is a leftist organization
No, it's
spreading
not.
propaganda.
It's liberal. There is a clear-cut difference between a leftist and a liberal. Please make
You're
that
coming
right.
after this in a good way, because every major, powerful, wealthy person in the country, over $100 billion in net worth, with the exception of one person, Elon Musk, is on the cultural left and gives money to the left. And you guys give them a free pass because you think that we're fascists, when in reality, we're the ones that are actually fighting to destroy the oligarchy the most.
All right, last question.
Last point.
Last question. Let's say, so you do want to fight for the American middle class, and
That's
how?
yes.
Okay,
that's
how does freer the market like helps with the middle
again,
class?
I want precision in free markets, but
How does free market support the middle class?
Again, I'm not puritanical, but I think that generally more choices are a good thing. I think that generally supporting entrepreneurs is positive, but I think that mass immigration is really bad for American workers.
There's no mass immigration.
Well, first of all, how many people are... Wow. Well, you're right. There is mass invasion, but how many people are coming across the southern border every day?
I don't know, but like...
No, I'm
it's not...
actually genuinely curious. Can you guess?
Okay, on what time frame?
Every day.
Every day? 500?
Yeah, it's at a low point, it's at 10,000 right now. It was 15,000 last month. So what does that annualize? Let's play that out.
A lot.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
So that's mass immigration, right? How many green cards do we give out every year?
Oh, probably a lot.
Yeah, a lot. About
Yeah.
1.2 million,
Well,
right?
what's wrong with giving out green cards?
I'm not saying anything wrong. No, you said there's no mass migration. So I'm just trying to tell you, we do have mass migration, right?
Okay.
We have 3 million on the southern border, and then we have 1 million green cards, right? That's 4 million a year, right? Which is basically bigger than most U.S. states. Now, everything comes with a cost. When you have mass migration, you're going to get lower wages. But that means you're going to disenfranchise American workers. What, are you studying computer science?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, so you're an American born, I'm guessing, American raised? I don't want to assume.
I wasn't, but
okay.
I moved to the U.S.
Okay, well, you're an American now, I guess. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah,
Or you're
I
on a
am.
Student visa? Okay, you're going to now have to compete. You're kind of proving my point, but that's a separate issue. You're now going to have to compete against foreign labor for your computer science jobs. I think we have a moral obligation to American-born workers to give them preference and priority and restrict the labor supply so that our computer science majors can have higher wages, not to have suppressed wages so some tech CEO can bring in a bunch of Indians and suppress their, no, nothing against Indians, but just, bring down their wages.
Personally, I just think that, like, if you came to America and then receive a green card, I think you get to work however you want. Like,
Okay, I think that American-born citizens
and then
should
there
be given...
shouldn't be a priority because they're American citizens.
Well, that's
as long as you're
that's where we're
American
different.
citizen.
I actually think you must have a priority to your own citizens, or else you don't have a government. You have something else. If you don't have a priority to your own people, I don't know what you have. You have a colony, not a country. You're just a big economy, and that's fine if that's your position. By the way, your position is held by the ruling elite. Where I think that we should have a country, not just a colony, where the American-born citizens should be given preference over foreigners. Nothing against foreigners. I think they're nice people, but the Americans should be given first preference. And by the way, any sane country believes that. We're like the only country in the world that says, and certain European countries, come on in and take whatever you want.
What a video. What a video. Sure. The crazy thing is that this kid, he was angry because, he has been told to. It's as if he's a reflection of a programming that has taken place over a long period of time, And the sad reality is that this way of thinking or this belief system is being taught, to the kids in the schools. And it's so sad. It's so sad. Clearly, evidently, this guy, he really didn't know the things that he was talking about. He was actually surprised when Charlie was, giving the facts and, throwing the evidence to his face. He was actually surprised of some of the stuff he was hearing. Can you imagine? What in the world are students being taught in schools nowadays? That's a valid question we need to start asking. especially if you are a parent. What in the world are students being taught, in the schools today? Ladies and gentlemen, if you tell a lie long enough and you remain consistent on it or at it, people will end up believing the lie. I mean, it's just the way it works. Whatever you present to the people long enough and you stay with it, guess what's going to happen? They will end up believing it as truth. It's sad, but it's reality. And it has been happening for long. I mean, look at the mainstream media. Look at the mainstream media, what they are doing now. All the propaganda, all the things that they are feeding into society, all the character assassinations. If you think or if you speak anything that is against the left, you are the enemy all of a sudden. You see all this cancel culture, all this character assassination, These are things that are happening. Yeah. Happening. Man, this is sad, man. And one of the saddest things, is that these kids, they will literally, especially these liberal kids, they will literally believe anything or everything that they are taught by their teachers, their professors, anything. They're consuming everything. These are the type of guys who watch CNN for knowledge or to be informed. They watch CNN, they watch The Veil, they watch ABC, MCNBC, all those programs. This is sad, man. This is sad. I mean, just think about it. Fast forward a few years from now, and these type of guys or these type of students, they end up in government offices. What type of leaders do you think they would be? I mean, just food for thought. Just think about it. What type of leaders do you think these type of guys would be? It's actually funny that Charlie actually cares more for this guy than he actually cares for himself. Bring them out of the darkness. I mean, even the word of God says, you shall know the truth and the truth shall make you free. Thank God for what Charlie is doing, man. Thank God for what Charlie is doing. He's doing a great job, he's representing America, standing in for Americans, and, fighting to keep America alive, and that's something we should all commend. Yeah. I mean, it was evident this guy, he didn't know. He didn't have these facts, put together. He was clueless. And that's not a random guy who was walking in the streets. No, that's a guy who went in college. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It really is, And I really hope, he left really, questioning his reality. And because the amount of facts, that were presented to him, I mean, they were just astounding and astonishing, I really hope that he went home, really thinking about everything that he had been exposed to, during the interaction with Charlie Kirk, Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and this, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't matter, what side you're on, which party you support, but it's always wrong when someone gets manipulated into believing a lie, and, being brainwashed to become idiots. I mean, that should never be anyone's future or, outcome of life. No, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. I really hope that this interaction with Charlie, really encourages him to dig deeper into the issues, that affects him, and I do hope that someday you discover the truth and live a better life and a productive life, especially for society.